I'm Zoe Joelle.
And I'm Alexis Simone.
And this is the Soundwaves podcast,
where we dive deep into the rhythms and stories that shape our world.
Yes, ma'am. Cheers. So what are we drinking today?
So today we are drinking another mocktail by a new brand. I won't say the name, but this one doesn't have any adaptogens today. So we brought our own. L-theanine.
Our favorite if you've been watching us.
Exactly. If you know, you know. And that, it works, y'all. I've tried it already and it works. But this today, this brand is super cute. But the flavor is, let me read it.
And it comes in a little like beer bottle.
Yeah, it's so cute. Sparkling white tea, cranberry, and ginger.
Ooh, let's go ahead and try it.
Ooh, I can taste the tea.
White, is it white peach? Or white grape, what you said?
White tea, cranberry, and
like
ginger.
this.
So it has ginger, citrus, cranberry, agave. Super good. It's good. It's very refreshing.
May you hold this while I take a shot of L-theanine?
Yes.
So this will be my first time taking a shot of L-theanine. If you're new, L-theanine is an extract of green tea. So it basically, I would assume, makes you feel focused, energized. I mean, you're taking it, so go ahead and tell the people how you've been feeling.
It's very
while I take my shot.
potent. Okay, y'all. The flavor of that one is lemon drop, so it tastes like flat Sprite.
Oh, okay.
But it gives a crazy amount of energy. I take it at work when I'm like sitting and I'm like, and I'm sitting like, I'm exhausted, I'm bored, I'm ready to go. I take it 1 milliliter and I have the energy enough to run a marathon, I swear to y'all.
I feel like it went straight to my head. Like I could feel something already, but I might just be tripping.
Okay, you might.
Are you taking
I'm gonna take some.
Okay, I'll hold your drink.
Okay. They recommend doing 2 milliliters, but I've only been able to do 1.
She said do 1, so I'll do 1, so we'll see.
Let's see.
We'll see. I was expecting it to taste like a tincture, like an herbal tincture, and I thought it was gonna be really nasty. But that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Ooh, I don't like the flat taste though.
It's not too terrible as I thought it was about to be some nasty.
Like real nasty. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. All right, so let's get it
started. All right, so today, y'all, our icebreaker is in honor of Chris Brown announcing his tour.
Yay!
Breezy Bowl. We're super excited. We didn't get tickets yet, but you know, we're putting it into the universe that we're gonna get some.
Maybe we're gonna win some on the radio.
That's the goal, because I don't want to pay for that. But so today we're gonna do Finish the Lyrics Chris Brown edition or name that song. So she doesn't know the songs that I'm about to sing, and let's get into it. This may be really fun.
Let's do it.
All right, so the first one, I think this may be my favorite Chris Brown song.
Okay, period.
Ain't no way I'm gonna let you down, no, this right now.
I'm gonna make you say you and me, girl. You love me.
Yeah,
you love me.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
All right, period. So that's 1 point. We're gonna do 3.
Okay.
All right, next one. Let me see. Okay.
I'm about to test you too.
I'm gonna make you the bed.
That's the whole song,
right? But okay. So who was featured on it?
It's somebody that don't make no music no more.
Okay, but what's his name?
Shit. I don't damn know. What's his name?
Ludacris.
Oh no, I was thinking about the other song. Okay, I'm sorry, Luda. I was not thinking about Luda. I was thinking about a whole different song.
Half a point.
I don't get that one.
All right, last one. Let's see. I'm feeling
the L-theanine, y'all. I'm not playing.
You feel it already?
It's like in my cheeks.
It's hot. It gets you hot, right?
Yeah.
It's like a drug, y'all.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Okay, my last one. I'm gonna try to make it a little tough.
All right.
Ooh. Drunk texting you. Drunk texting.
I'm gonna opt for name the song.
Yeah.
Drunk texting. Because.
Okay, but who he do that song with? You know that. Drunk texting. Who was drunk texting with? Chris Brown and
it's a girl.
It's a girl. It's our girl.
Janae.
Yes.
Okay, period.
Yes. All right, so she's 2 for 2. We love Chris Brown, y'all. I can't wait. I'm putting it out there. We're gonna go see him. Period.
All right. I guess the game was just for me.
You don't got one?
I don't want to sing right now.
Okay. I was about to say name it and I could try to sing it.
Okay. I can
this would be my
transform you.
one.
I can transform you. Go ahead, and we need a little dance with it too.
I can transform. I can transform. Wait, I don't know no other lyrics other than that. That one came out so long ago. But was Lil Wayne on that? Period.
Right,
I know a little
you get something. You get something for that.
Yeah, it's a little bonus round. Okay,
yeah.
Period. So, y'all, if y'all got Chris Brown tickets, let us know what city y'all going to, what show y'all going to. Atlanta has 2 shows.
What's your favorite song you're looking forward to seeing him perform? Facts.
I think this is the 30-year anniversary too.
That's crazy.
So how can we miss it?
We can't miss it.
We're going.
We're buying it?
Okay. Somebody buying it. Facts.
Okay.
But today, y'all, we're going to talk about different topics that you could say maybe have unpopular opinions about. So it's no one solid thing that we're going to be speaking on. We're just going to be talking about various things and topics that have come up that we just want to get your opinion on.
Let's do it.
All right. So the first one is, have you ever experienced pretty privilege? And if so, what are your thoughts and experience on it?
I would say it's probably more of a experience that you, like an ongoing experience. So I don't know if I could point out like one specific time that I've experienced pretty privilege. But I definitely feel like I have. I guess we could talk about how we was out last weekend and got lit and no money was spent.
We love that. I love a night like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty privileged within itself. Okay.
I think, for sure. I think it's more of an ongoing thing. But I say what my thoughts of it. Since I'm on the receiving end, I don't have anything negative to say about it. I appreciate it.
Facts. Yeah, I would agree. Like, I could play devil's advocate and say like, oh, but you know, for ladies who maybe have never experienced pretty privilege, like maybe we shouldn't be biased to people just based on their looks. But that's not reality. It's not reality, but also like whoever, I feel like you're pretty to somebody, I think. Yeah. So you're gonna experience it. I don't know. I'm gonna be quiet. I don't know. I will say like it. Everything is not about looks, but pretty privilege is a thing. Yeah. And it's just it is an ongoing thing. It's not like you get unattractive. Yeah. I would say take advantage of it because it don't even have to be something about like getting lit, but it could give you like opportunities just because of how you look. That's just the harsh reality, and I say take advantage of it. Right. So that goes into though, like, say you were like applying for a job, and actually we have applied to certain jobs where they require headshots. Is that an example of what you think like? Why do they feel like they need to see you? I don't know. That is weird. I feel like those are for more jobs that are more in the serving and hospitality industry. And unfortunately, especially living in Atlanta, that it does require a certain look. Sometimes on the restaurant or like wherever you're trying to work at. Yeah, you have to have like a certain appearance. Yeah, because I'd be damned if they ask for a headshot at a corporate job. This is getting a little weird. Right. DEI? Like, what's going on? They're trying to make sure they check every quarter. Yes. No, ma'am. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, we've all experienced pretty privilege, and it is fun. Yeah. Keep it up. So what's your thoughts on people discussing their personal business online? Crying, venting, the whole shebang. I don't like it. I don't prefer it. And why? I think, like, get a journal, get a friend, get a therapist. Like, you don't have to tell your business to a certain extent on social media. Now, you can share bits and pieces of stories and things like that you may have overcame, and you're so blessed and you're so happy about it, so you want to share the experience as a teaching and learning moment. Yeah. But for people who go in there and they're like on live or they're posting and like videos crying and crying, it looks a mess. Yeah. And mind you, this may be my first impression of you. It gives a mess. It gives all over the place. And there's nothing wrong with being a mess, but don't do it in front of the entire world. Yeah. I think my first thoughts to that is always like, what is your intention? Because I feel like I agree with her, but now I feel like it's become so normal to a certain extent that people actually do that for an incentive. Like somehow trying to build a community around it or make money. And I'm not knocking nobody's hustle, I guess. But for me, just to answer the question personally, I don't agree with it. Because also, like, if your intent is to build a community around, like, trauma and stuff like that, I don't really know if that community will always rock with you when you're no longer
relating to them through trauma. Like, oh,
Yeah.
she thinks she all that, or oh, look, she finally got her stuff together. She thinks she cute, or you know, like I don't know, because people trauma bond in a way where they will envy you when you're no longer in that position.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with that.
Right, and I just think like if you build a community based on trauma, like it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
Even if you do have the community, I just feel like you will potentially be humbled in a way where that will no longer serve you in that way. It's just, I don't know. I think the intention, if you're going to use it to build a brand for yourself, is just like the wrong idea. Yeah. The wrong way to do it.
And it makes me think about, like, I was just reflecting, I guess, this week, like, because I used to make, like, YouTube vlogs and stuff like that. And low-key, I'm grateful that I didn't create a big platform when I was like in college, just because I feel like I definitely probably would have overshared experiences that really had no business being on the internet. Because back then, if I would do a story time, everybody I ever grew up with would go watch the story time, and those would have the most views, and I appreciate that. But for me, views versus my life, you know, like I don't value that, so I'm kind of, it's like a mixed feeling, like, oh, maybe I should have took advantage of that, but I don't think so. I don't think everything is for everybody. And
it's like a sense of peace of mind without sharing all your business.
Right.
Because I think once you share your business to a certain extent, you allow people to share their thoughts and opinions.
Right.
That
which I don't need.
You do not need, because not everybody has like the whole story, and there's always more than one story to something that happened. So it's like you got all these people saying this and saying that, and now you just welcoming all these opinions to an unstable emotion.
Right. Like she said, I feel like it's good to use a story as a reference to share a lesson or something like that. Like, of course, you know.
Yeah.
But while you're going through it, I just feel like you should take your time with how you want to share stuff like that.
Facts. So please don't get on Instagram, TikTok.
It be the crying.
It's always the crying for me.
I'll be like,
a little tear is one thing.
Like, really bawling out?
That's too much.
Wow.
I'm like, I get a little secondhand embarrassment, I'm not gonna lie. But that's my thoughts and opinions on that one.
Thoughts and opinions.
All right, so the next question also is revolving around social media, and it's, how do you think or feel about people who make pages for babies?
I don't think I ever really thought about that, but I guess I would say I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I guess you just have like so many pictures that you just want to share it all, but I don't know. For me, I wouldn't do it. Like, I think it's a little unnecessary. But I'm just, as I get older, I just be wanting to be way more private. So that's just me personally.
Exactly. I mean, I to a certain extent, I do think something is a little wrong with it when they are fresh out. Like, when they're just like infants and newborns and things like that. Like, it's one thing for you to post your kid on your page, but to create a page for them where you're managing the page.
Is it a little psychotic?
And you're like, we went to the park today. I like mommy. And it's like,
yeah, it is a little weird.
It's a little weird because it's just, why does your baby need social media and for you to post them?
Yeah, they be thinking, especially people with platforms already, I guess they're like, oh, well, this is a form of making money, so let me go ahead and solidify one. Like, I see the reason behind it, but I just don't know if I want to do that. And like seeing a lot of different kids grow up in my family, they turn out different. Like, they might be really, really social when they're kids. They might want nothing to do with that. And so now you done posted everything. 0 through 10 or 12 or whatever, and that's all on there. And they may not want that. So that's just not something I would do.
Yeah, I did not do that. I actually didn't post my kid until a month, 2 months that he was already born. Also, I just think like privacy, and then like allow them to be kids.
Right.
You know, growing up when social media was first introduced, like my mom didn't even let me get a Facebook until like a certain age. Yeah. And I think some traditions like that can remain.
Stay. Yeah. I feel like even the tradition of children having phones to not have a phone should stay. Like, what you need that for?
Right. Because what age did you get yours?
I think in middle school, but it was because I started taking public transportation.
Yeah.
That was the sole reason why. Growing up in New York, I was taking public transportation, so I got a phone. It wasn't for me to be keying on the phone.
Right. I think I got mine around the same time, like 6th grade. And, you know, back then we had the flip phones and all that stuff. So it was just like, you ain't doing much on it.
No. But I remember I had something that slid up. It was kind of
like the razor kind of thing?
Yeah, one of those. It was green. But yeah, it was for a purpose.
Right. And so I think if you have so many pictures of your kid and stuff like that, print them out and put them in a photo album. a scrapbook.
Facts.
I don't know if you need to be posting your newborn every week
photo
on
albums
their
is
own
a
page.
lost art, y'all. Y'all
It
need to do
is.
the photo albums for sure.
Print your pictures and allow your child to be a child.
For sure, ski.
Period.
All right. Next, thoughts and opinions. Thoughts on gender roles in work and relationship environments. Wait,
right.
Can you give the crowd what you mean by work environment with gender roles?
So, okay, I work
Let's hear it.
in a clinic where it's mainly women, but we have a few men. And our, janitorial people don't come every day. They come, once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't touch the trash.
Okay. I don't own this facility. I'm not doing it.
Right. But it needs to be taken out. So I'm looking at the men that work there take out the trash.
Wait, you said how often does the
The cleaning people come once a week.
Oh, only once a week.
But this is a clinic, it's full of kids, it's full of other staff members. We're eating, we're doing arts and crafts. The trash gets full.
Once a week is not enough.
It's not enough. And I think that's nobody's fault.
That's neither here nor there.
Right. But we've had some coworkers, some male coworkers who would say I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. Everybody can take trash out, no matter if a man, female, whoever. But then we've had some older men who be like, nah, I got it.
They be having mommy issues.
They do. They do. But I'm very upset. I'm not touching the trash. That's not my responsibility. Y'all can take it out. But then our older gentlemen will be they will take the entire trash out in the entire clinic. So let's get.
Ew.
So you think gender roles are still a thing, or are we all equal now?
Who? Not me. I don't give a fuck what kind of games y'all want to play. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying I'm equal to a man. I'm not. Okay. The work environment thing, I feel like it could get tricky because for me, like I said, I don't own this facility.
Yeah.
I haven't worked at too many startup or smaller businesses, so I'm not familiar with the expectations in that environment.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's why I first said I'm not. So if a man said I don't own this facility, I just work here, it's a little stink, But if that's the environment where y'all already have that type of relationship where some people take out the trash for the job, whatever,
mm-hmm.
Oh well, it was like that when I was serving.
Right.
You had closing activities. I would never do the bathroom and never do the trash. You could miss me with it. I will
the bathroom,
sweep the floor. I will clean the tables. I will flip the chairs. I'm not doing that nasty stuff. And usually the guys would do the bathroom and the
in the trash. Yeah.
So I feel like gender roles should exist everywhere. Honestly, I'm not playing these games with y'all. I'm not doing it.
It's these new men, these new age men.
They don't like their mom.
They don't.
And that's tea for another day.
It is. But seriously, just seeing the difference, because the man who has such an issue with it, he was in his 20s, and the older men are 40 and up, and they have no issue. They're not even talking about it. It's not even being asked of them.
Exactly.
They're just automatically doing that. And when I worked in a serving field as well, I never did the bathroom, but
it shouldn't even come in discussion.
And it's it's plenty of men right here. Why am I touching that?
It's y'all didn't grow up with the type of daddy or uncle that'd be it's no questions asked. Do what I say, and that's it. What's up?
Maybe nowadays they would say that's abuse.
I guess.
Emotional abuse.
I can't.
I think gender roles, like she said, should exist everywhere.
Yeah.
I think even outside of work, in a relationship, I think men should still be holding the door, opening the car door,
right.
We're walking into somewhere.
And if we're dating and you're coming over my house often and you putting stuff in that trash,
take it out.
Thank you.
If we're on the side of the street, you better know what side of the street to walk on.
It's basic.
It's basic. But some people like to argue and say we're this feminism and stuff like that, and we're all
y'all
equal.
Can have it.
I'm
not equal.
Gender role still exists in my reality.
I'm not equal.
Yeah.
I'm not. I am not.
And there you have it, folks.
No. But I would love to know what y'all think. And y'all got some mommy issues. That's all.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll definitely say that for another topic because it's prevalent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next one's on me.
Yes,
and this one is thoughts and experiences to men's approach when trying to shoot their shot. When you're out and maybe they're trying to ask for your number or something like that. What are your thoughts and experiences recently on how men have tried to approach you?
Should I say how I would appreciate it?
And what you would prefer?
So what I would prefer, I would say I I like people that could read the room. So, like, say if we're out, because I don't talk to people off Instagram. Like, that's just not something I do personally. And we're catching eye a little bit. So, it's like, you have to be bold enough to say, hey, you look, however you want to compliment me. Yeah. What's your name?
Beautiful.
Da-da-da. You know, one thing I don't like is when they be like, do you have a boyfriend? That is the dumbest question to me, because if I say no, I don't have a boyfriend, does that immediately mean I want to talk to you? Like, I don't think that's the right question to ask somebody. So I feel like starting off with a compliment always. If you're a little bit funny, make me laugh, period. What's your name? If you already complimented me, maybe made me laugh, and asked me my name, and I'm still entertaining you, I feel like you can kind of sense if somebody's interested in you. Yeah. Like, the question, do you have a boyfriend, is like so freaking 8th grade. Like,
it's yes or no, and then it's giving walk away, because what else?
And then what? You gonna ask me for Snapchat? Like, what the hell? I don't understand. Not for Snapchat. Like, that's just so childish.
Some people still use Snapchat.
That is so crazy to me. So yeah, and then I don't know if you're gonna be bold enough to ask me for my number or what, but I think saying like, oh, I'd love to take you out sometime. Can we connect? Like, be polite.
Be polite.
Be polite.
Be grown about it.
Yeah. So on the other end, what I don't like and what I did recently experience, we went out and we was at Rocksteady, one of our favorite places in Atlanta.
If you haven't been there, go check them out.
Y'all know, if you've been to Rocksteady, it be a little packed in there.
And do. So,
I don't know where I'm walking to, maybe to the bar, maybe to where we want to go hang out, dance or whatever. And this dude grabs my arm. And it's like, you better thank Jesus that Zoe is a saved and renewed person. Because I told him straight up, I said, I really would have elbowed you in your shit, like in your stomach. Why are you putting your hands on me? I'm not an object. I sat there and I explained that to him. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for explaining that to me, because I didn't think about it that way. Well, what did you think about it? How? Like, please explain to me. Don't touch me. If you don't know nobody, don't do that. Like, you don't know how triggering that could be for somebody. Because it's like, what are you trying to do next? Like, why are you pulling me? Like, what the hell? So, I explained that to him, and he apologized or whatever. And then he bought all of us
some drinks.
Spending money. Yeah. But yeah, he didn't get my number or nothing like that. That was the wrong approach. So, yeah.
He made up for it with the drinks, but then you don't get rewarded after that.
No, you don't. I'm sorry. This is not like training a dog or something. Like, ain't no treats. one call, that's all. Try again maybe another time with another woman. I think other wrong approaches is just like being very obnoxious about stuff. Yeah. Like, if you really being serious and you really interested in somebody, I feel like it should not just be this big thing like, hey, yo, like, what would you like me to do from across the street? Run to you? Like, it don't be making sense, half the things guys be doing sometimes.
Oh my gosh, and we've experienced that so much walking down the street of like Atlanta, and they're yelling, trying to get our attention, and then when it's not given, then it follows with a curse out. Like, oh fuck, I didn't want your number no way. Good. Bleep, 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 this and this, you this and that. Good. It's like,
save us both a headache,
it's giving anger. Yeah, it's not giving, I'm meant to be in a relationship with you at all. No. Look how you're acting. Yeah, I would agree with her. Everything she said as far as like start with a compliment, you know, approach in a nice, kind, mature, grown way, and maybe laugh and let the conversation flow, and then follow with maybe asking for my number, taking me out, whatever. That's great. 10 out of 10. Yeah. I think you'll get your way every single time. Right. Grabbing or, I mean, if it's not the arm, it's the hips, it's...
Excuse me.
Right. Brushing up. And it's like, what are we doing the tango in here? Like, I don't even know you and you're a stranger.
Touching me.
And I don't know, for men to still do that at this age, it's like, maybe you were just never corrected.
And I will give it to you.
Maybe it has worked for you in the past. Yeah. You know, or I'm not sure. Maybe the liquor gets flowing and you just start feeling it.
Losing your damn mind.
Right. But I don't think any woman prefers to be approached or greeted like that at all.
Another approach that just came to mind is like if they're that close and they try to whisper in your ear, I feel like you gotta be fine for that. Ooh. Like you might have it if you fine.
Right.
And your breath don't stink.
I'm gonna say because the breath was hot. Fact. That happened in Rocksteady, and I'm like, the breath is hot. Like, it's hot.
You gotta be smooth with it. Like, I don't know. Like, you shouldn't even be all the way in my ear or on my face. You should, like, it feels like you whispering, but, like, it's kind of like you just talking to me. Right. But you gotta be fine.
You do. Maybe they think they fine.
Yeah, like even if the dude was fine that grabbed me, I still don't appreciate that because it's just like, who do you think you are? And who do you think I am?
It's a little too aggressive for sure.
For sure.
And it's not preferred, so
no.
Check that, guys. Don't do that next time y'all go out and let us know how it goes for you. You might get what you want.
Right. So, thoughts on working a 9-to-5 versus entrepreneurship? Skip the street hustle and get a job.
Okay.
Wait.
That's a question mark. I
get it. Should you skip the street hustle and get a job? I feel like not all entrepreneurship is a street hustle. So I guess we have to clarify that.
Right.
But you just mean like hustle, period.
Hustling, period.
I feel like, okay, so thoughts on working a 9-to-5 versus entrepreneurship. I feel like because I can only answer for me. I don't like giving opinions for everybody else's life. Mm-hmm. But I'll say, when I first graduated college, I wanted to hop immediately into entrepreneurship, but I really didn't have the funds for that. So after reflection and just some personal maturity on my own, I was like, all right, we're going to have to get a good paying job because I was working, but I needed some more money. We're going to have to get a good paying job, which is annoying because you kind of feel like you're getting off of your path because in order to get a good paying job, you got to get some skills, some certificates most of the time, networking and all of that. So that takes time out of becoming an entrepreneur. But I would just say if you have different responsibilities, like you don't live at home, you got a car, you got all these different things. Me personally, I'm not going broke about it. I'm not. It's just certain things that I have to maintain in order to be happy in my life. So I'm not moving back home anywhere. So I have to pay my own bills, you know? Mm-hmm. So I feel like the path that I prefer is definitely getting the job, you know, saving, doing what you gotta do, and then doing the entrepreneurship. And not saying and then like you're gonna quit and then become an entrepreneur. I think it's just, it gives you the leverage to prepare for that. And then you kind of have to do both at the same time at some point.
Yeah, in the beginning stages.
Could pivot. Because then to the second question, the street hustle or whatever, I just feel like it's more stressful, but it's so crazy because I feel like, I don't want to say karma, but like life is teaching me that either way is going to kind of be stressful. Because now with the entrepreneurship, I mean with the 9-to-5, you're still giving your time to people that don't really care about you. Mm-hmm. It's not, you don't even gotta care about me, baby. Y'all just genuinely annoying to me. And you like, it gets old doing stuff that you don't care about.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like it fuels you to focus on what you need to focus on, which is the entrepreneur route that you want to take. So
and get out.
Yeah, it's a give and take for sure.
Yeah. I have never been a full-time entrepreneur. I graduated school and went right into a job, a career, and just still balance like what I wanted to do and things like that. I can say I grew up with a parent who only works a job like her entire life, and I wish I would have like seen differently, just a different perspective to kind of get more like insight on how that looks on a day-to-day basis. My goal eventually is to work for myself and be out of a 9-to-5. That's the goal for sure. And I think right now I'm just trying to make those like day-to-day moves that take me from the 9-to-5 into entrepreneurial lifestyle. A hustle. I tried the hustle. And
like what?
And tried to tried as in I was trying to do Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff like that and Instacart in preparation of wanting to quit a job, and could never actually get it. Like, I never got chosen for any of that stuff. So I'm like, is it that easy as people make it seem? And talking to people who have done that, who only do Uber and and delivery and things like that, it is still stressful because although you're working on your own time, you're really hustling all day to pay your bills.
Facts.
Instead of stability.
Yeah.
And I would prefer the stability route, honestly, because I feel like stress from a job versus stress on being broke are totally different.
Facts. And I feel like all the different people that I wouldn't say inspired by, because I don't know if that's the right word, but just like watching different podcasts or learning about people's different journeys, I feel like at least for the things that I'm interested in, a lot of them started while they were still living at home or they didn't even go to college. Cut. Go. And I feel like the college route, I do feel like sometimes like if you know you're not about to be a doctor or a scientist or whatever, I be looking at those people sometimes like, dang, like they use the time that I was in college to really focus on a skill, and that really speeds it up for you, you know. But grown, I feel like now I'm too grown to not have a job. Like that's just too crazy for me. Unless I just found this $1 million product yesterday and just, you know. But it's not realistic for where I am now and the things that I have to maintain.
Facts. I think a lot of sacrifices have to be made if you don't like prepare and save first before being a full-time entrepreneur. Yeah. Because if you're used to a certain lifestyle that the job provided as far as stability, you don't want to go backwards.
It's low-key could be a trap too though, because you could get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
If you like your job. I don't know. I'm indifferent about the job.
I don't mind the job on some days, but I can never see myself being in this kind of position for 5, 10, 15, 20
to 25 that y'all want.
No, you got like 1 more year out of me.
Facts. Like,
okay,
I feel like the job allows you to prepare for those monumental steps in your life for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the goal. I would hope that's the goal for everybody. If you, some people really do have a career like a doctor, like she said, where you're like, you know, you're gonna be in this for a while because you passionately enjoy it.
Good for you.
I enjoy certain stuff, but I'm okay with doing it on my own time.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So, thoughts on cancel culture? Is it dead? Is it still around? Like, are people still getting canceled? Are people still able to be canceled?
I love that question because I've been seeing DDG be so consistent. And I remember when people was trying to cancel him so hard for mad different reasons, for like, they was calling him her baby daddy and shit, like, oh, you just her baby daddy.
Oh, damn.
And I'm like, I've been watching DDG for a minute, so I'm like, that's crazy that y'all would say something like that. But honestly, I feel like consistency beats everything else.
Yeah.
And it's like, nobody could cancel you. Only you could really cancel yourself. Like, if you take all of those opinions personally and just stop doing whatever it is that you were doing, that's how you'll get canceled, because you taking all of that personal and then you just be done with it. But I don't know. But even back then, when they were like, when that first came out, I think on Twitter, when people were trying to cancel people, I was like, I still didn't believe it then. I was like, I don't think you could get canceled. They be trying to cancel like racist people. I think a couple white people really did get canceled for like finding out that they was racist and saying crazy stuff. Of course, for that, yes.
Yeah.
But when it's just like personality stuff, you're not really hurting nobody. You just have opinions about stuff that people don't like or whatever. I don't think you could really. I never thought that people could get canceled.
Yeah, I think, like you said, consistency beats it. And also, people do cancel themselves by what they say.
Facts.
You gotta be quiet. Like, when other people on social media, like, you know, people in your comments and you're going viral or anything like that, and they're trying to cancel you, I feel like when you come out and start, like, explaining yourself,
facts.
then it's like, cancel. Like, now you gave them even more information to build on, and then boom. So, like, this question, it was inspired by, we were talking about India Love.
When they were trying to cancel her.
You know, when she kept getting exposed. And not necessarily canceled, but they was really like trying to do her. Like,
okay.
And
hell no, I was like, she looked good to me.
Or even when Jada Wayland came out with that commercial for her swimsuit line. Yeah. It was a little inappropriate.
They keep trying to cancel Jada. It's like, I don't know. Why do y'all take everything she does so personally? Leave that girl alone. I think it's like, with her, I feel like people just want to see if it works. Like, see if canceling works. Like, ooh, I want to ruin it. Just to see if it works. And it hasn't been working because consistency kills everything.
It does. And I think only reason, y'all might take offense to this, but only reason I feel like Tory was canceled because he ended up being in jail. If that man was still out,
yeah, I don't know. I don't think he would have got. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know if he would actually be canceled because he wasn't able to actually say or do and continue with his life. He's in prison. Right. So I think that's the only reason why that was the successful. I mean, they tried to cancel Kanye. He keep going.
He's still going with his weird ass.
He's still going.
But no, you made a great point about explaining yourself, because that's something I've been learning even at work. Like, sometimes these people really be saying stuff that I want to explain myself, but I'm like, no, I said it the first time, and you're still going. I don't have nothing else to say. And when I'm on the phone with these people, like on the calls and stuff like that, the person that does explain themselves, they always look like the weaker link. So I don't do it no more. Because if I'm having like a presentation or I'm talking about something, 9 times out of 10, I went through everything, And if I miss something, like if I missed a deadline or if my team missed a deadline, I have an explanation for it. So if you bring it up again because you're upset or something, I really don't have nothing else to say.
Yeah.
Because the work that I do, it doesn't require an apology. You know, so it's just not given that. But they have been teaching me how, like, really when you explain yourself, you really do like look like the weaker link.
Yeah.
And then on social media stuff, it's like, oh yeah, we got her.
They care.
Yeah, like
oh, you showed an ounce of care.
And now they're gonna keep throwing them damn darts at your head.
Facts.
Yeah.
My last example is H&M. When they tried to cancel
oh my
H&M.
God, I forgot about that.
And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I still shop at H&M and it always is still crowded in there. That was a few years ago.
I forgot about that.
But we were supposed to cancel H&M for them having.
Did they apologize?
They might have issued an apology. You know, when they just do the written statement.
It was very weird. But I feel like when it comes to the black community trying to cancel like these big brands, we don't ever replace them.
Right.
So what do you want me to do?
Where do you want me to shop at? I mean, I'm pretty sure I have other alternatives, but I still go there. So.
The convenience, baby. Sometimes it is the convenience. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I think that answers the question as in it's not dead.
Yeah.
Or it is dead.
It is
dead. It just don't work.
It doesn't work. It's up to you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna let it work or not.
Right.
Okay. So the last thoughts and opinion question is: as an adult, can you be a hoe? Ooh. Yes. It don't got nothing to do with your age. What you trying to say?
You can still be a hoe, but I don't think it's as publicly known.
It's not as measured as it was when we were younger.
Right, because like now you're an adult and nobody really know your business to be calling you a hoe.
Yeah.
But you can still be a hoe because you can still be sleeping with X, Y, Z men out in these streets and they be like, she's still a hoe.
Yeah.
A hoe is a hoe.
A hoe is a hoe.
You messing with that man on the low, you's a hoe. It's a married man.
That's so funny. I don't know if people care anymore. I feel like it's about like the way you carry yourself. Because you can carry yourself so well that people think you're just so innocent and like you don't got nothing going on. So I feel like it's more about how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
Do you put your business all out there? Do the people that you deal with put your business all out there? Like, I think it's about more of the presentation of the hoe more than it is the hoe.
Oh, it's a classy hoe.
Yeah.
Be a classy.
Like Drea said, my wholeness can get deleted, babe.
Period. Refresh.
I don't know if hers got deleted, but that's what she said back in the day.
It might have got deleted, but I ain't a fan of her decisions. But see, it was publicly known.
Yep.
If your business is not out there, how's somebody gonna know you a hoe? You can still be a hoe,
right?
But don't nobody know.
Yep.
And so that's the beauty of discreetness. Okay.
Facts.
But yeah, you can still be a hoe as an adult.
Yeah, I feel like, but the only one that would know that is you. So I guess.
Yeah, maybe your friends. Your friends could know you a hoe.
I guess. Yeah, they can. They can if you tell them. But I'm saying that's why it's up to you.
Yeah. You know, back in the day, everybody knew everybody's business. So it was like, oh, she a hoe, she a hoe, she a hoe, because people are outing you. They talking about it.
I forgot what they called it, but it was like a whore list or something.
Yeah, like the exposure page when they would just start putting. I'm so glad I never ended up on there.
They put me on the list, but it was for no reason.
Wow, they put you on the list.
I used to be exposing people on Facebook. Like if you would try me, I would call you and record the call and post it like.
Like that. Oh,
I don't mean no weird shit. No, but like people have really tried me, and I used to really call people, record the call, and post it and be like, he apologized and he said he was just fucking with me and playing around. And yeah, I used to post it. Why would you
play around by putting me on the whole list?
People just be, I don't know.
Girl. So niggas been hating.
Hello.
That's
hello. Hello. Anyways,
niggas been hating. Don't put me on the whole list for fun. That ain't nothing to play with.
And I used to love arguing back in the day. Like I'm gonna pull receipts, screenshots.
No facts.
The whole 10.
That is when we used to keep our fucking screenshots forever.
Facts.
Forever. I may never know when I need to pull this out.
Now I don't care what you do.
Right. Yeah.
Do you, baby?
Now you just a discreet hoe.
Right. Anyways, so that's it for all of our thoughts and opinions.
Yeah.
Unpopular
opinions.
I don't know. I feel like if you kick it with us, it's not really that unpopular. So I would love to know your opinions down below, what you thought about that. And then we're going to hop into our moment. So please stay seated. But first, I want to say this L-theanine,
It's T, right?
Yeah.
I'm really containing myself.
I'm like, what's today? Thursday. I had a long work day, and I like this.
This week went by really slow to me.
Yeah,
it's only Thursday.
It felt like a good 8 days.
It's
I'm not gonna lie.
Facts. So I'm really containing myself, y'all. Like this LDN9 gets people
I
going.
like it.
I'm
I
jumping
can imagine
right now.
what 2 would feel like. I guess I would do something like that. Like if we had like some early morning plans or something. I don't know.
I'm about to say, you want to do it right now?
No. Okay. So for the moment, if you're new here, I'll explain. But the moment is just, that's my segment. That's our outro. So it's like a name a moment when da 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 da. And you can list, you can sing, you can do whatever you want. It's just name the moment. So today's moment, since we were doing unpopular opinions, name a moment when someone has given you the ick.
Okay. So.
Or something that people do or whatever.
Ick for me recently has been, I'm like, of course, we're not gonna say no names, but
please,
y'all,
thank you.
Working, I do work, as I said, like in the clinic, and so it was one time where somebody was sitting in my chair, and they got up, and I could smell them on the chair.
The booty juice,
booty, back,
ew,
thighs, and legs, and it smelled. It smelled. And it gave me
Wait, so what did you do about that chair?
I had to Lysol it down, baby.
Okay,
I had to spray, wipe, and let it air out because I could not believe that. And y'all know office chairs, like the leather kind of chairs. Yeah, it held.
Jesus.
It was nasty.
Okay. So my moment is gonna be an old moment from college just because I ran into this dude. I hid, but I ran into this dude today, actually. And it just reminded me of the time he gave me an ick. And ew. So.
He did too.
Was that in our apartment building that we was living? Okay, so we was living in we were seniors. You know how the seniors be getting like the real apartments. But it was still like student apartments or whatever. But it was off campus. And they had a room where we were doing like, I think it might have been around finals time. And it was like a study room. I don't know. Was it just us? Who else was in there?
I think it was like, maybe Paola was in there.
I feel like it was people in there that didn't know why he was doing that.
No, it was probably Paola and probably like 2 other people. 2 other girls. They was all girls though.
Okay, so I was kind of dealing with this dude. Not really. Like, that's just, I had a whole lot of not reallys. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was just a not really. So I was over him. Like, I didn't want to talk to him no more. And I don't know, I can't vouch for myself back then, but I probably just like stopped responding, or maybe I had to explain myself, but once I explained myself once, I'm not doing it again.
No, I definitely think y'all had like a conversation.
Yeah, I was over it. So I guess he wasn't done. So we had the blinds up, so I didn't know that people on the street could see you inside the building because it was already looking like a tinted glass. So we're studying, we're doing our thing, and I don't think, that's why I said I think only Lex knew why he was doing that.
Yeah.
And that's mad embarrassing. Because I think it had to be like 2 or 3 other people in the room.
Yeah.
So we're at the round table, this dude walks by, sees us, and starts like throwing all the birds up. Like, it was like he was crunking with it. Like, he was like, with his middle finger up and everything. Because I don't want to talk to him no more. And I think it is funny as fuck, because I feel like Lex was like so disgusted that she was laughing, and I feel like I was just looking like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
It was very embarrassing.
For who? Me or him?
For him.
Yo, I don't know. I don't recall being embarrassed. It's just like, how do you explain that to 3 other people in the room that don't know why he's doing that?
Yeah, no, I was embarrassed for him because I did know why he was doing that, and I was just like, you as a man, because we grown for real at this time. I could not believe he was literally walking by in public doing that. Like, that was, I could see if it was just like me and Zoe, but it was other people in the room.
Yeah.
And he was dancing with it, and it was just like.
He had a friend with him.
And you would be my man?
And mind you, we was cool before we started doing a little not really. I'm just going to call it a not really. So, after that, I feel like he tried to be cool again. I was like, no, that was literally crazy. Like, the way you acted like a fucking wild animal.
That was disgusting.
So yeah, imagine that. I ran into him. I don't know if he saw me because I was like, I grabbed my phone, act like I'm on the phone. I was like, I cannot believe I'm seeing this mirror right now.
It's been like what, since then, right? Or
yes.
Yeah, I'm about to say like that.
That's like 2020, 2019.
5-6 years ago, y'all.
Yeah, that's old, but that was definitely an ick to the point where I never, ever talked to him again. Like, and these guys be the type to like add you on different social media accounts. Keep doing it. You're gonna continue to get blocked. So
yeah, because I can't unsee that.
Ever.
And that's why I'm like, you want to be mine? Like, you want to be her man doing shit like
Never.
You want to hit me up again after doing something like that?
Never.
It's engraved in my mind.
Literally.
And I was a bystander. Like,
Ew, dude.
That was a big ick.
I mean, shoot, you growner now, so somebody will take it. But that was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was so crazy.
A lot of experiences and moments going on, man.
A lot of not really. That's what I'm about to call these niggas.
A lot of not really.
Well, that's it. Thanks for riding away with us.
We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same vibe. Bye.